I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer Gree air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, second suspect arraigned in connection to the 2021 murder of Jeffrey Crawford, new design for Belkin Bridge unveiled, U.S. government conducts another airstrike on an alleged drug vessel near Venezuela, and Hope Not Dope campaign rally slated for tomorrow in Keycaulker. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Looking to build or renovate? Find the inspiration you need in our showroom. First stop, the kitchen. Explore big-name appliances, all built to make life easier. From there, let the lights guide you. But what about the finer details? We've got you covered. And to bring it all together, we've got tiles for every surface.
All available online.
Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Welcome to Plus News for Friday, October 3rd. I am LJ Wade. After 4 years, the police have formally arrested and charged 31-year-old Patrick Lloyd Young in connection to the murder of Jeffrey Crawford in September of 2021. This arraignment comes 4 years after the case originally began, with initial investigations in September 2021 revealing that two men believed to be 41-year-old Maurice Usher and Young had kidnapped Crawford from his home in Crooked Tree and stolen his vehicle before eventually killing and dumping his body in a shallow grave. According to reports, Usher was arrested just days after the murder due to an eyewitness identifying him when the vehicle he had stolen needed a battery jump, leading to the witness noticing an injured Crawford in the car and reporting the incident to the police. In 2021, when the trial first began, Usher appeared in court where he was charged with murder and remanded to the Belize Central Prison while the police searched for his accomplice. Now, years later, Young has been formally arrested and charged for murder and has been remanded to the Belize Central Prison alongside Usher, pending disclosure and a preliminary inquiry before the case is sent to the High Court. Young is expected to return to court later this year on the 28th of November. Around 4:45 a.m. on Monday, September 29th, Adela Pedersen, a cultural activist in the Corozal community, was awakened by a loud bang and saw that her vehicle was on fire. From her balcony, she observed smoke rising from her vehicle. Police and firefighters had already arrived at the scene. Pedersen said the initial bang came from the battery exploding, followed by a second blast. While the fire chief has not identified the cause, they suggested it could have been an electrical mishap. Pedersen disagrees, insisting that her van was in perfect condition prior to the fire. Pedersen also noted that just 8 days earlier, her daughter's car was vandalized and set on fire. She believes that the incident was arson due to the recent evidence and has since filed a police report.
8 days before, which would have been Sunday, the previous Sunday, my daughter's car was also vandalized with the same intent. Someone had tried to, they actually doused the car, the inside, with gasoline and put it on fire. But the person that is in charge of the car was present, and they put the fire out immediately. So the damage is minor, but this occurred 8 days to the day. So we don't know what's happening there, but it's a bizarre coincidence. Previous incident, the one that occurred 8 days before, they found a Coke bottle with gasoline. And in that incident, they actually saw a figure running away. And so this was described to the police department. But in the incident that occurred with myself, the initial firefighter said there was no evidence. However, yesterday we found a melted Coke bottle and plastic Coke bottle, and it did have the smell of gasoline on it. So it was right in the area.
Though surveillance cameras at her property did not capture the incident, Pedersen says she is very concerned and maintains that the evidence points to arson.
Yes, it brings a huge concern for myself, you know, that someone would vandalize my personal property, and then also for my person. I don't know who's out there that is targeting my family and myself. It's very sad. You know, it reminds me of the fact that many times, you know, you have secret admirers, but now I'm at the realization that I have secret hater or haters. I don't know what's going on here.
Police are continuing their investigation. Today was a proud day for the country of Belize as the new modernized design for the Belcan Bridge was unveiled. The Belcan Bridge is one of the country's longest functioning bridges, operating since December 3rd, 1969. In October of 2024, the Republic of China, Taiwan, pledged financial support, and today, 1 year later, the new design was unveiled. The design boasts a cement structure equipped with poles and red and blue lights that will shine during the night. Here is the moment the bridge's new design was unveiled.
One, two, three. As you can see, this is more than just a bridge. This design reflects modern engineering and resilience, a strong, elegant structure that speaks to connectivity, safety, and growth. You'll notice that the rendering shows two perspectives: how the bridge will look at daytime, where its sleek design and structure shines in full view, and at nighttime, beautifully lit, making it not only a safe passage, but also a striking landmark for our skyline. This bridge promises not only to ease movement, but also to stand as a symbol of a modern Belize city. One that is rising to meet the future, and one that will serve many generations to come.
This project really a priority infrastructure project for the city of Belize, right? It is funded by a grant from the government of Taiwan to the recipient, the government of Belize, and Belize City Council will serve as an implementing partner along with various other different government agencies and ministries to oversee the construction of the project. The government of Belize is a recipient of a grant fund from the government of Taiwan to replace a bridge that is serve as a critical sort of mobility for the residents of the city. We want to ensure that as a municipality, there are local priorities undertaken within the scope of the works.
While Belizeans are excited about the newly designed Belkin Bridge, was the design stolen from M&M Designs? In 2022, as a part of the ongoing bidding process, a number of companies submitted their designs, and according to sources, despite not being chosen to lead the project, M&M's designs were still used. When the mayor was asked if the design was stolen, here is what he had to say.
I have no knowledge of that. Certainly I have no knowledge of that, so I couldn't speak on it.
That at least 70 drug planes have made ground in Belize between 2020 and 2021. However, in a press release issued earlier today, the Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries rejected these claims, stressing that the figures are not consistent with verified data collected by authorities. The minister says that official statistics are based on the ground investigations, monitoring strategies, and reports from law enforcement. The official data is as follows. 2018 saw 12 recorded landings, 2019 only 9, 2020 10, 2021 15, 2022 7, 2023 2, 2024 3, and for 2025 2 recorded plane landings so far. Based on these figures, only 25 illegal landings were recorded between 2021 and 2022, and not 70 as was reported. The ministry reiterated its commitment to providing accurate, transparent information to the public and highlighted the work of Belizean authorities that continue to strengthen the monitoring strategies and international cooperation to combat illegal trafficking. We'll take our first break and be right back. Stay tuned.
The CB100 is efficient, durable, and has enhanced smart power. Being a Honda, of course, it's reliable and fuel efficient. Get around town with no worries because you get up to 100 miles to the gallon. And it's priced at an unbeatable $2,700. Honda CB100. Available at Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Early this year, a commitment was made by the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing to bridge the communities of Santa Familia and Santa Elena, facilitating the smooth passage of goods and services between the communities. The plan will see the placement of the refurbished haul-over bridge over the Macau River to form that critical link.
We have now dismantled the section of the bridge that's coming here, and it will come.
The months of October, November, when we have a lot of rain, it's almost impossible to get here.
When river get high, it goes on top of the road in Bolitri to Santa Familia, and we still can't go over and work.
I know everybody's excited about the bridge. Transportation is more expensive for everyone here due to the long distance getting to town. There's only certain times that the bus passes through the village, and we don't have any taxis here. That's too far. Having a new a bridge and very close, I think that very likely we'll see people either running this way or village people buying their own taxis and trying to run taxis here in the village.
It would help college commuters from UB who live here, such as I, because before I would have to wake up at an earlier time, probably around 5 in the morning, so I could get up and catch the 6 o'clock bus that carries people from Spanish Lookout, I believe, to town.
Having this new bridge, I think it would be safer for us to travel people to go to town. You know, you'll have more patrols from the police coming across, being on the road as well. I want to say thank you, not only for me as a commuter coming to the village, but they will have better opportunities. The life will be better here in the village. You will be able to travel more. Maybe more products will also be able to come into the village. You'll have new businesses coming into the village, so it will benefit in the growth of the village.
I'd always said, you know, at least they would pave the roads, and that would be enough for us. And this bridge is just bonus, but it will really make life better here in the village.
MIDH has not failed you. It will not fail you, and we will continue to work as hard as we can.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
it like it's hot.
Welcome back. The 17-year-old minor has pleaded guilty to possession of an unlicensed firearm following his arraignment earlier this week alongside 26-year-old construction worker Gilbert Guzman. The two were jointly charged after police discovered a revolver during a search at their residence in Boral Boom Village on Tuesday, September 23rd. Officers reported finding the silver .22 caliber revolver inside a two-room storage building. According to police, the minor appeared suspicious during the search and admitted that the weapon belonged to him. Neither he nor Guzman could produce a license for the firearm, so in court, the minor confirmed his guilty plea in the presence of a social worker. Magistrate Manan Dennison deferred sentencing until November 6, pending a report from the Community Rehabilitation Department given the minor's age. Guzman, however, pleaded not guilty and remains on remand at the Belize Central Prison until the same date. Despite the minor accepting responsibility, prosecutors informed the court that Guzman's charge will not be withdrawn. Police have arrested and charged 2 people following a house search in Lords Bank Village that led to the discovery of drugs, a firearm, and a large sum of cash. On Friday, October 3rd, officers searched the residence of 27-year-old office assistants Andrea Lewis Belisle and 21-year-old call center agent Monica Bowden. During the operation, police reportedly found 3 separate quantities of cannabis, all weighing a total of 2,220 grams, or just under 5 pounds. Both Belisle and Bowden were jointly charged with 3 counts of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. Police also seized a licensed black Glock pistol, 100 rounds of ammunition, and $27,000 in cash, all of which were labeled as exhibits as the investigation continues. After an 8-month trial that began in February of this year, 31-year-old Leon Lam was found guilty of rape today. Lam had been accused of rape and aggravated assault. In order to gain entry to the victim's home on September 24th, Lam posed as a police officer. According to court testimony, the victim reportedly heard someone yell "police" at her door. When she opened it, Lam allegedly pointed a gun at her, assaulted her, and forced her to perform oral sex. He then attempted to force her into the bedroom but fled after realizing she was menstruating. During the trial, Lam denied all allegations and stated that he had never met or seen the victim up until the case, which began back in March. However, Justice Pilgrim ruled that the Crown had proven the elements of rape supported by evidence of the injuries sustained by the victim. Lam's sentencing is due for December 5th of this year. The United States carried out an airstrike that destroyed a vessel off the coast of Venezuela, killing 4 people alleged to be involved in drug trafficking. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirmed the strike on Friday, calling it the 4th such operation in recent weeks. According to Hegseth, the attack took place in international waters and targeted what U.S. intelligence described as a drug-laden vessel operated by narco-terrorists. A video posted on Hegseth's official X account shows projectiles striking the boat before it exploded on impact. Hegseth claimed the vessel carried a substantial quantity of drugs, while U.S. President Donald Trump alleged it was enough to kill between 25 and 50,000 people. Trump has previously notified Congress that the U.S. is engaged in a non-international armed conflict with drug cartels a justification for the recent series of strikes. The incident underscores the escalation of U.S. military action against drug cartels in this region. We'll take our final break and be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
From power tools to plumbing supplies, paints to light fixtures, at Benny's Kayo, we've got it all. Our extensive range of construction and household products ensures that you'll find exactly what you need, whether you're a seasoned contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer. Visit us at Mile 43 George Price Highway, Cotton Tree Village, just outside Belmopan, and discover the convenience, quality, and affordability that set us apart. Your next project starts here. Benny's, quality and savings.
Easy. Accessible. Safe. Yours. Digi Wallet. Easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Keycalker's October 8th referendum is less than a week away, and the Elections and Boundaries Department says that all preparations have been made. On October 8th, the residents of Keycalker will decide whether or not they want the island to host the country's first legal cannabis industry. There are a total of 1,455 registered voters on the island. So, due to the low number, Chief Elections Officer Josephine Tamai says that there will only be 18 elections and boundaries officers working on the day of the referendum. Only 3 polling stations will also be used, and they will all be located at the Keycalker Roman Catholic School. Tamai stated that instead of political agents in the rooms, there will be monitors for the sake of transparency.
For any election, we know that you have the political agents who are inside those polling stations to observe what is happening. In this case, because we know that you don't have the political parties, the Election and Boundaries Commission decided to invite monitors, because in terms of transparency and for accountability purposes, you wouldn't want as an electoral management body to conduct an elections and then a referendum, and then you get all the complaints about so many things happening because nobody was there to observe. And so to avoid that, what the commission did was to extend an invitation to persons to participate. Those groups of persons that the invitation was extended to, I will say, are organizations who are represented in the National Assembly, not the political parties. So it was basically the Belize network of NGOs, the NTUCB and Civil Society Steering Committee, the Belize Council of Churches and Evangelical Association of Churches, the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
The polls are set to close at 6 p.m. and due to the small number of voters, Tamai says that the results of the referendum should be known by 10 p.m.
We expect that things should go fairly smooth. Like we mentioned, the polling station and the counting station is the same place, and so boxes will not be removed from those stations, right? And so whenever the reconciliation process is finished, they will just take a short break for the officers just to grab something to eat, and then they'll start the counting immediately. And so we expect that, one, I want to advise persons to please come out and vote early. So by 6 o'clock, we should not have many people in line. Because again, if we have a lot of people in line, then that delays the process, right? And so let's say, for example, 6:30, the last person have voted. At least by 7:30, they should start the counting. The counting won't take long because the stations, nobody will have more than 500 votes to count in each of those stations. And so we're anticipating that at least by 10 o'clock, we should have the official results, right? One of the things I will say, which is slightly different than the general election, because for a general election, you know that the returning officer normally announces the results of the election. In this case, for a referendum, the returning officer is not to announce the results. The law states that the returning officer must certify to the chief elections officer like the total number of ballots cast, the number of spoiled ballot papers, the ballot papers used, how many counted for yes, how many counted for no, how many rejected. And then the chief elections officer will issue a certificate stating the results of the referendum, right? And so the returning officer will not give the results. But as the chief elections officer, and I know that since it's only one area, immediately after the returning officer has passed that information to me, that will be made public immediately. And so we anticipate that we should have all those in place at least by 10 o'clock.
As we stated, the referendum to decide whether or not the cannabis industry will be legalized on the island is slated for next week, Wednesday. The upcoming vote has sparked widespread discussion and debate across the country. The Say No campaign, also known as Hope Not Dope, has been particularly vocal in opposing legalization. Tomorrow, on the 4th of October, a Hope Not Dope rally will be held on the island of Keekauker. Senator for the Churches, Louis Wade, told us more.
Saturday at 1 p.m., we're going to have a march through the streets of Keekauker, and it will start at the Shekinah Church compound, and it will move through the streets of this beautiful community of Keekauker, and then it will end at the volleyball court, where we have guest speakers from the island and from the mainland going to Keekauker and doing a 2-hour rally. And I think we have people who have been affected by marijuana, parents of marijuana, and then we have other pastors, leaders from across denominational lines. I want to say that the Yes campaign is saying that it's the evangelical church that's pushing the no. And I want to state categorically that we have the full support of both the Council of Churches and the Evangelical Association.
Our good news for tonight comes from 2 John 1:6, and it says, "And this is love, that we walk in obedience to his commands. As you have heard from the beginning, his command is that you walk in love." And that's the news. Thank you for joining us. From all of us here at PlusTv, have a good night and God bless.